Hi Rangers, happy 64th Cowhide. Welcome back to another episode of Ranger TV. I'm Matt Escobar.
And I'm Kirsten Cabruvius. Let's get right into the announcements. There will be a PTSA meeting on Monday, October 29th at 5 o'clock p.m. in the Ranger Hall. PTSA monthly meetings are a great place to get information on topics that relate to supporting Redwood students, parents, and teachers. Everyone is invited.
Attention to all boys interested in trying out for boys basketball. Tryouts start on Monday, October 29th in the gym, so don't forget.
It's a Wonderful Life, the radio play is coming to Redwood. The WRHS players present our fall play November 1st and 2nd at 7 p.m. and November 3rd at 2 p.m. It's $8 general admission at Rotary Theater. A deep pit dinner will be sold from the November 3rd shows only. Tickets can be purchased from Miss Galvan in the drama room or online at redwoodrangersdrama.com.
Live to Free is currently holding a donation drive for foster children who are also victims of human trafficking. If interested in helping out, please donate any hygiene products, flip-flops, non-perishable food items, Gatorade, or overnight bags. Items can be taken to room 29, or you can contact an executive member of the club. Donation drive ends November 1st. Anything can make a difference.
The ASVAB test will be on Wednesday, November 7th in the upstairs library. You must be either 10th, 11th, or 12th grade to take the test. Sign up in the counseling office. Also, CSF's mandatory meeting is November 7th at lunch in the gym. Please mark this important date on your calendar. Also, pick up your prepaid t-shirt in room 108 and wear it to the club meeting.
It's senior ad time. Seniors, buy your senior ad now for the lowest price of the year. Prices go up November 1st. Senior ads are your opportunity to have your space that is truly yours in the yearbook. This can come from your parents, grandparents, or other loved ones, or it could be a space that you could share with some friends. Check out previous yearbooks for ideas or visit the yearbook room in room 40 to check out some ideas or ask questions. Buy online at jostens.com, search Redwood, then choose recognition ads, then email materials to Mr. Feehan.
Tonight's the big night. It's Cowhide in the bowl at 7:30. We hope you can come out and give some support for our football boys to watch them get our hide back.
And that's all we have for the announcements this week. And now to sports with Savannah and Milo.
Happy Cowhide Rangers!
Welcome back to a special Ranger Sports. I'm Savannah Surface.
And I'm Milo Aguirre. I hope everyone is excited for our 64th annual Cowhide.
Of course, but first, how about that LD game?
Oh yeah, big win for the Redwood boys. First time beating the Miners in 7 years, and the Miners scored a big fat 0 points.
Well, a big congrats to our Rangers.
All right, now back to tonight.
Most of you know about our Cowhide traditions, but there's a lot about the history of this game that you may not.
You're right about that, Savannah. Why don't you give us a little background info?
Well, Milo, as usual, Redwood takes the overall lead in game wins with 36 victories over Mount Whitney with 26, and one tie, making this rivalry date back all the way to 1955.
Wow, that's crazy how long we kept this tradition alive. I also heard that we've had the longest win streak of 10 years, straight from 1990 all the way to 99.
Yep, and you know what else is interesting? Mount Whitney and Redwood are the oldest inner-city high schools, carrying this annual game for 25 years before any other high school was even built.
The history and depth to this game is so intense, it really brings everyone in the city to come watch.
Sure does. It's always packed full of fans every year. I can't wait to see our home side full of blue tonight.
Me either. I hope to see all you there tonight at 7:30 supporting our boys and this tradition.
Until next time, thank you for watching
Ranger Sports.
Cowhide, 64 years of tradition. With 36 wins for Redwood, 26 wins for Mount Whitney, and one tie, the Valley's biggest football game continues today. With your varsity football boys taking the field and the blue sea behind us, we all have one goal in mind: bring our hide home. But before we launch into our 64th annual Cowhide game, let's take a look at two of our amazing teachers, Mrs. Aguilar and Mr. Bunife, to see what Cowhide means to them.
Hi, My name is Alyssa Aguilar. I went to Redwood High School, grew up in Visalia my whole life. Love this place, love what it's about, love the tradition here. One of my favorite things was actually setting up for the rally the night before. And it's like such a weird time because the campus is so quiet and you know that like the intensity is coming the next day, but it's like a time where you can really hang out and enjoy it and see everything behind the scenes come to life. And so that was probably the best time to just come together with like my closest friends and be able to do something really, really fun. I think it's stressful in a sense that you're not creating memories just for students, you're creating memories for people who have been here and lived here all of their lives. The way that Redwood does Cowhide makes us, I mean, completely, I don't know, special in comparison to any other school. I mean, what we do here is genuine and authentic, and it comes from people's hearts, and people know, like, this is Cowhide, you know, like, this is Cowhide Week. You go all out, you do whatever it takes to be there, and you love what this game is about. And I don't even think it's about the game sometimes. I think it's about what it stands for. Long-lasting history and tradition in Visalia, and long-lasting memories for many generations. I think that's the most important piece of it. We didn't win my senior year because it was pouring down rain. Everyone's in parkas, everyone's trying to not get drenched from the rain, but that very last final quarter, we were so close, and we had, there were some final plays being made, and you don't care at that moment how wet you are. You don't care if you're going to get sick the very next day. Like, you're so focused on what's in front of you, and you're so excited, and it's like electrifying. And that's probably my favorite moment of all, is that at that point it didn't matter if we were winning or we were losing. It was like, it didn't matter if it was pouring down rain. It was what was in front of us. I would say just enjoy it. Take a moment that night and just stop and just look around you. I think mainly is to savor just one moment of that night. Even if everything else, flies by in a blink of an eye, you just take one moment for yourself to remember. That's my biggest piece of advice.
Hi, I'm Mr. Bunifay. I'm a graduate of Redwood High School from 1976. I've been to all but 3 Cowhides since 1968. And I only ever wanted to be here as a student and as a teacher. And I always sat on the blue side even when I was a little kid, so this is the only place I want to be. And we only won my sophomore year, but that year we were the undefeated Valley champions. And so that was a great year. I got to play on that team with a bunch of really good athletes, and we set a record at the time for the highest differential in scoring in the Cowhide game. We won 34-0, which was, it's a great thing to have a win, because you remember that the rest of your life. I don't really remember the losses. I remember that one win because it was such a big deal to win a Cowhide. Big plays that happened. We were returning a punt, and our former athletic director, Dave Weaver, was returning the punt, and he was tackled right behind me, and they landed on my foot and broke it. And so, yeah, that was a pretty memorable play in the Cowhide game. I remember being carted off, and then, the cheerleaders did their little yell. They say, "Bunifay, he's a Ranger." Well, I would have rather been a player instead of a Ranger at that point. It wasn't a whole lot of fun to be carted off the field and taken away in the ambulance. I think part of that was the fact that I had been to the games since I was in 5th grade. Every year, go to the game, yell in the student section, be a little kid in the very front of the student section yelling during the game, and I saw some things happen in games that you just go, wow, how did that happen? So my family's been around it for a long time. I got to play with my brother in high school. We graduated the same year, so we played on the 74 and 75 teams together. He's now a vice principal at Mount Whitney. And so every year when the Cowhide comes, we we meet each other at the end zone and shake hands and say hi and talk about what we think's going to happen. And usually he thinks Mount Whitney might have a chance, and I usually tell him no, that's not really true. But it's been lots of fun to be here.
From one generation to the next, Cowhide has been a quintessential part of making Redwood the best school in the Valley. With that being said, let's bring our hide home.
Well, Liliana Louise Contreras, can you name a country that starts with the U?
Utah.
Shout out to all the Mormons!
What countries border the United States?
What countries border the United States? We're surrounded by the ocean, aren't we? Canada's up top. And then Mexico's down.
What continent do we live in?
Continent? I don't even know what a continent is.
What do you mean? What continent? There's 7 of them. Which one do we live in?
West? What? Oh, this is so hard.
No. What continent do we live in, Alex? There's 7 of them. I'll give you a hint. It's not Asia.
Okay. United States?
That's the country. That's the country. You're one step closer.
I know what a continent is.
It's a big piece of land.
South. North America.
Let's go! Yes!
What's up, guys? Minutemen, you know how it be. First question. If you're running a race and you pass the person up in 3rd place, what place are you in?
2nd. No?
Okay.
Am I not in 2nd place?
No, you are.
Oh.
Oh wait. No. What is the capital of New York?
New York City?
Tri-state area? No. Like maybe.